Hello students, as in previous class we discussed about the meaning, definition, process and importance of organizing. Now in this class you will going to learn about the concept of organization structure. So it's very simple when you understood the meaning of organizing. What is organizing? Organizing means identification and grouping of activities that are to be performed by the different peoples who are working in the organization and establishing authority and responsibility relationship among them for achievement of organizational objectives. That is called organizing. So in organizing, what we are going to identify? So we are going to identify the work to be performed and to whom the works are to be identified. So to know the activities that are to be performed and to know who is going to perform those identified activities in the organization. To determine that we are going to create organization structure. That is a simple concept of organization structure. Very simple. Organization structure describes what kind of the activities and work as well as functions that are to be performed and to whom all those works, activities and functions are to be performed. That is going to describe the organization structure. Say for example, I have a simple organization structure. How the structure in the organization? So like in top level management, managing director, below him deputy managing director, they will be at a top level management. So after that second level is middle level. In middle level management, branch manager, below him the departmental heads, they will work in a middle level management. You know about their work and functions. And below middle level management, lower level management executives work. In lower level management, we can able to observe supervisors, workers and foremen in the organization. You know about their work and functions. Like, so by looking into this structure, we come to know who is at a top level, who is at a middle level and who is at a lower level management. This kind of design, this kind of structure is known as organization structure. That is the simple concept of organizational structure. Say for example, in a school or educational institutions, like at a top level, the administrator will come. So below the administrator, dean of the institution will come. So below the dean, so the principal is going to come. So below the principal, so like academic coordinators or HOD is going to come. So below them the lecturers and below them all group D workers will come in a structure which we can able to observe in a educational institution. Like that there will be the position of hierarchy that is to be described in the company, that is known as organization structure. So let us discuss the meaning of organization structure. What it says, Meaning of organization structure, it can be defined as a framework. It can be defined as a framework within which managerial as well as operational tasks that are to be performed and a specific relationship between people, work and resources are to be created. So that is known as organization structure. So very simple. As per this meaning, if you go through this structure, it is very easy to understand. So what it means? It can be defined as a framework within which managerial and operational tasks are to be performed. Say for example, in top level management, they are going to perform the managerial activities, and in the case of middle level and lower level management, they are going to undertake the operational activities and specific relationship between people like superior and subordinator relationship is to be created, and work and resources are to be created. So like in the case of middle level management, departmental heads, they are going to assemble the resources required, and in lower level management, all the work of an organization is to be undertaken. That is about the meaning of organization structure. Once again I am repeating, organization structure can be defined as a framework. So it means a boundary of work or duties that are to be performed within which managerial and operational tasks are to be performed, and a specific relationship between people, work and resources are to be created. So that is called organization structure. The next, based on the nature and the size of organization and the type of goods manufactured by the companies, we can able to observe two kinds of organization structure. Those are functional structure, second is divisional structure. So here, based on the nature and size of organizations and functions or activities, as well as the line of products manufactured by the organization, based on those criteria, there will be two kinds of organization structures. One is functional organization structure, then second is divisional structure. So this is about the two kinds of organization structure. One is functional structure, then second is divisional structure. So let me discuss each and every type of organization structure in detail. As you know, there are mainly two types of organization structures. One is functional structure, then second is divisional structure. So now let me discuss the first kind of organization structure, that is functional structure of an organization. So what is functional structure? So in this concept, you will going to learn about the meaning of functional structure and the structure of functional organization, its advantages, disadvantages and suitability. So let's move to the meaning of functional structure. Functional structure means grouping of jobs which are similar in nature. So the jobs which are similar in nature, so we are going to group all those jobs under a separate department. So that is simply known as functional structure. So the easy meaning of functional structure, grouping of jobs or activities or functions which are similar in nature. So we are going to group those activities, functions and work under a separate department, that is simply known as functional structure. So in an organization there are so many kinds of work and there are so many kinds of activities that will going to undertaken. So for each and every work, for each and every activity, for each and every function, we cannot able to appoint the employees or officers. That is why the organization is going to group the activities which are similar in nature. According to that, it create a department. For that department, the company is going to appoint one officer. So that kind of structure is called a functional organization. So we have a structure. So if you go through that structure, you can easy to remember how the organization structure will be in the company, especially functional organizational structure. Say for example, in an organization, at top level, managing director will come. So below him, the departmental managers. As you know, in an organization, there are so many departments are there. Human resource department headed by a person, he is called HR manager, and another department, marketing department, purchasing department, research and development department. So the department is created. So in that department, the jobs which are similar in nature are to be grouped. Say for example, HR department headed by a manager is called HR manager. So what are the activities of HR manager means? Recruitment, selection of employees required for the company, and providing proper placement and orientation to the selected employee, and after selecting, company must provide training and development to the employee. Because they are new, we need to provide training. So those are similar activities. We cannot able to appoint a person for recruitment, we cannot able to appoint a person for selecting employee. It is difficult to select the person for making placement and orientation activity. That is why we are grouping all these activities. All these activities are related to human resource. That is why we are grouping all these activities and we are creating a separate department. So that kind of activity is called functional structure. So let's take another example, marketing department. Marketing department, what are the activities relating to marketing means? There will be an making of sales. We need to provide advertisement in a various form, either in newspaper, television, radio, internet or any other form, and we need to record all the sales. For that, for doing all these kind of activity, it is difficult to appoint a separate person. That is why we are grouping all these activities. According to that, we are creating a separate department. All these activities are monitored by a person, he or she called marketing manager. So like that, purchasing activity. To oversee the functions of purchasing activity, there will be an purchase of raw materials, machines and equipment, and we need to record all the purchases. To conduct all these activities, we are creating a department, that is purchasing department. The next, research and development. So in research and development, what are the activities involved? Making product, innovation, identifying requirement of the customers in a particular market. So that is to be done by the marketing department called marketing, that is to be identified by the research and development department headed by a person. They are called human HR or research and development department. So this is about the structure of functional organization. Once and I am repeating. So managing director, so below him all the departmental managers. So these are the departments, so where they are going to perform the activities which are relating to their respective department. So that is why, where by looking into the meaning, we easy to understand. Functional structure means grouping of jobs which are similar in nature under a separate department is known as functional structure. So recruitment, selection, placement and orientation, all these activities which comes under human resource department. So we are merging all these activities into one department, and that department is headed by a person they called human resource manager. So like that we need to group the activities, work and functions which are similar in nature, and we need to create a department. That is called a functional structure of an organization. This is about the meaning and the structure of the functional organization. The next, advantages of functional structure. Why the organization must create and group the activities which are similar in nature, and those are to be grouped under a department means there are certain benefits that we will going to enjoy. So to get all those benefits, we need to create a functional structure. So let us discuss what are the advantages of creating functional structure. The first is, by creating functional organization, the company enjoys specialization. How the specialization is to be enjoyed means, the activities which are similar in nature are to be grouped under a department, and that department is placed with a manager. So they are specialized, expert and rich experienced in performing those activities. That is why activities are placed under a specific head that will going to leads to specialization in the enterprise. Say for example, HR manager. The HR manager, he is having expertise, he is having rich knowledge in recruitment, selection, placement and training of employees means at the time he will going to perform the duties in an effective manner. That will going to leads the specialization in the enterprise. That is why the specialization is to be get, the activities are placed under a specific head who is having rich experience, knowledge and skill. That is about the first advantage. Then second is, It promotes control and coordination. So by grouping the activities under a department, we can able to control as well as we can able to coordinate the activities of the entire departments in the organization. How it means? Here each department is managed by a manager, means he is overlook about the works continuously. By monitoring the work continuously in the organization, he is going to control the entire activities, and the managers of different department, they are going to communicate the work. According to that, the coordination is to be ensured. That is why through the help of functional organization, we can able to promote the control and coordination in the enterprise. Then third comes, that is increases efficiency. So as you know, efficiency means using the resources to the extent of maximum level and minimizing the wastage. According to that, we are realizing the organizational objectives. That is why with the help of functional organization, we are using the resources and we are performing the work up to the maximum possibility. That will going to increase the efficiency of an organization. That is about third advantage. Then fourth comes economies of scale or operations. With the help of functional structure, the cost or expenditure is to be reduced. How expenditure is to be reduced means there will be no duplication of work. The same work is not to be performed by 2 or 3 peoples in the organization, and the similar work all done by a single manager in the organization. Here in HR, human resource manager perform the duty of recruitment, selection, providing placement, and taking over training of employees. All these activities are done by a single person. That is why we can able to reduce the cost or expenditure. That is why with the help of functional structure, we can ensure economies of scale. Then last, training of employees. With the help of functional structure, we can able to know the capability of employees and the potentiality of the employees to get higher promotional activities, and to identify at where the training is required, to whom the training is to be provided. Based on that, we can able to provide training to the employees of the organization. All these 5 about the advantages of functional structure. The next concept is disadvantages of functional structure. So as for every kind of organization structure, there are some advantages and there are some disadvantages. Now you know about the advantages, and now let me discuss the disadvantages of functional structure. There are mainly 4 disadvantages that we can able to observe in functional structure. One is it places less emphasis on overall objectives. Here in functional structure, the more importance is to be given for the departmental objectives, but it does not give more importance on entire organizational objectives. That is one of the drawback of functional structure. Then second is, it may lead to conflicts of interest among the managers at all the departments in the organization. So that is why where the functional organization structure may able to create the conflicts or misunderstandings between the various departmental heads in the business enterprise. Then third is, it may lead to inflexibility. So when the inflexibility is arised means the people who are having the same knowledge, skills, experience and the competency at the time, it may create a little bit inflexibility in the minds of managers or officers who are working at the same level management. So that is about the third drawback. Then fourth is, when the departments are more, coordination is not possible. So when the organization is having more number of departments at the time, the coordination cannot be ensured. So that is, coordination means synchronization of efforts of all the department. So that is to be not possible when the company having more number of departments. These all four about advantages and these all four about the disadvantages of functional structure. So as you know, a coin have two faces, one is head and a tail. So like that, for every structure of organization we have some advantages and disadvantages. Then last concept, suitability. So here, at what kind of situations and in which kind of organizations we can able to apply functional organization. It can be applied in only two situations: when the organization is large, when the company is in large scale and has diversified activities. There are different kinds of activities that are to be performed in that company. At that time we can able to use functional structure. Then second situation is, when the operations are required high degree of specialization. So when the company requires high degree of specialization, at that time functional structure is to be implemented. So these two about the situations at which the functional organizational structure can be applied. This is all about the first type of organization structure, that is functional organizational structure. What we discussed: meaning, structure, advantages, disadvantages and suitability. This is all about the functional organization structure. Thank you.